Welcome to the Building One Story at a Time podcast.
We're your hosts. I'm Katie Herbine.
And I'm Stephanie LaChance.
Hey, welcome back. We are so excited to be joining you today with a discussion on some of the islands that we offer and how to choose the island that's right for you and your lifestyle.
Perfect. So we actually, in some of our home plans, we do not include a kitchen island. Sometimes we get asked why. Well, the reason being, we give you options as to which size best suits your needs. Now, disclaimer to that, some plans do include a kitchen island. For example, when the sink needs to be located in the island, that home plan will include the island. So ones that come to mind are the Ardmore, the Glenmary, the Montgomery is another one, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, because like Steph said, the sink is included in there, the island is included, but we do have some options that will make that island deeper. So do we want to start out with talking about those particular home plans with that optional island? Well, I guess we would call it the extended island. And the benefit of this island, the extended island on your included island with the sink in there, is we're going to add 12-inch deep cabinets to the back where you have like your seats, and then also have the 11-inch overhang for comfortably fitting your legs underneath the island. The benefit of having those extra cabinets is the countertop that goes over them. So you get a little bit more workspace around your sink. And if people are sitting there having a snack, eating breakfast, you don't feel like you're splashing your sink water on their plate because they're sitting a little bit farther back from your workstation area. And you get more storage in the island from what you would normally have, because normally the sink is going to take up part of that, the dishwasher, and then usually if you opt for a trash cabinet, it'll be located in that island as well.
This is the largest kitchen island, longest, I should say, not largest, but longest kitchen island that we offer. When the sink is located in the island, it's close to 90 inches long. And then like Katie mentioned, you can make it deeper.
Yes, absolutely. Very cool, because I just love this island. I love when the sink is in the island because you're facing the action when you're doing a lot of that working stuff. But a sink not in the island, which would be majority of our other plans, are going to have a window above that sink. So you'll be able to look out to the backyard. But let's dive into some of our island options.
Yes. So starting with the prep island, which would be the smallest, that island consists of one 30-inch cabinet plus an additional 18-inch cabinet. So it is 48 inches of counter or cabinets with an 11-inch overhang on the long end as well.
All of our home plans are going to include or option a choice of 3 island styles. Every home plan offers the prep and the breakfast island. So the prep Steph just talked about, it's the smallest island, comfortably fits 2 stools. If it's just you and another person living in the house, this might be a really good option for you. If the kitchen is small and you don't need a lot of like working space, the prep kitchen does a good job of serving the purpose of the island. And because we have a 30-inch cabinet and an 18-inch cabinet, you can still get those drawer bases in the island, which is like, I would put drawer bases everywhere if I could. So I think that's a really good kind of benefit of the prep island. You can still have some of that functional options, but maybe it's taking the space of your dining table, for instance. And then the medium-sized island is the breakfast island. So the biggest difference between the breakfast island and the prep island, I would say, would be the overhang. So you'll have an overhang on the long side and then also on the short side of the island. So you could comfortably fit 1 stool on the end and 2 to 3 stools on the long side, because This has two 30-inch cabinets underneath, plus the 11-inch overhang on the short side and the 11-inch overhang on the back side.
Again, a great opportunity to do some more drawer bases in this breakfast island.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one that's really good if you do utilize that island a lot for like eating your quick meals, because most family members would be able to fit around this island. My sister said something funny that really struck me with the islands. It was like 2 stools if you're eating steak and 3 stools if you're eating pasta, because you don't need as much elbow room. So this one comfortably fits 4 stools if you're eating pasta and 3 if you're eating steak.
And one person can always stand. I usually stand when I eat anyways, so
you're just always on the go.
Yeah, stand in my kitchen and eat. This is also probably our most popular island, the breakfast.
It really is. It's kind of the Goldilocks island. Has enough room for everyone to sit at, but doesn't take up as much of like your floor space. So you have a little bit more flow around the island. If the perimeter cabinets and what would be like your main walking space need to have some more flow around them, the breakfast island is a really great addition, which still allows for a lot of flow around the kitchen and around the main living.
Great feature about all of our islands as well. They will include one outlet.
Yes.
Usually on the side without an overhang. And the one that's positioned more toward the working station. Some people like to add an outlet to the other side too.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend doing that, especially if you're going to be doing like work at your island, not food prep, but like sitting with your laptop. It's a great place to have a little extra charger plugged in, and it's not running across the countertop. And then the largest of the islands, this is where not every plan offers both of the largest islands. So you would have either the Galley Island or the Gathering Island to choose from. The Galley Island, we designed it for more of like that long kitchen rather than like a square kitchen. So the Galley Island has 12-inch deep cabinets on the back. So it'll be the same depth as like that island that comes with the sink in it. It's going to have 12-inch deep cabinets on the back and then an 11-inch overhang for seats on the long end and an overhang for seats on the short end.
We have a Galley Island in the studio. And I always say, depending on the style of the stools you elect, it comfortably fits about 5 stools.
Yes, absolutely. Because the overhang on the short side is a little bit wider because you've got an additional 12 inches now. So I would say you could comfortably fit 2 stools on the end of that island. And if you're like, I can't really visualize what these people are talking about, you can go to our website, which we'll link to the website for this particular page, put in a couple of information details for us, and you'll be able to access our online catalog. And all of our islands are available to view in the catalog.
Again, here, great opportunity to do some drawer bases in these 33-inch cabinets for this Galley Island. And then, yeah, the storage in the back, that cannot be beat. I mean, that is great for like, I know a lot of our plans do have a walk-in pantry, but maybe some of those like smaller kitchen appliances that you don't use as often. Like if you bought the Ninja ice cream maker, what is that one that's like super popular?
I don't know
right
what
now. If you hop on all those kitchen appliance trends and then you use them hard and fast for like 5 months and then you stop using them, this is a great place to stash.
Like, I don't want to get rid of it, but I'll store it somewhere. Or my parents have a similar setup, and my mom has all of her like seasonal dishes in there. So if you're like a seasonal type of person where you have maybe your Christmas dishes that have some more decoration on them or fall dishes, I would say that that is a great place to store those out of season items because you're not going to be accessing them on a daily basis, maybe once or twice a year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Your fine napkins, your nice tablecloths, like that stuff that's annoying to find a place to go.
All that bougie stuff.
Yeah, your crab crackers, stuff like that.
Yeah, and those are going to be full height doors on the back. So we can't do like drawer bases or anything in there, but you'll get nice
On the
12-inch
overhang side.
Yeah. On the overhang side where those full height doors are. We won't do drawer bases or rollout trays because they're only 12 inches deep, but they'll function similarly to your upper cabinets with like the storage capability that they have in there.
And then finally, the gathering island, which again is available per plan. You'll have to choose from either the galley, which we just described, or this one here, the gathering island. Most notably, I'd say this one is available to view in our Parkside model home. You can also see it in the Essington virtual tour. This one is 4 feet of cabinets. So it's 4x4 cabinets underneath with a 5x5 countertop on top. So the front of the cabinets, it's again similar to your prep island layout because you have the 30-inch cabinet with the 18-inch. So again, in that 30, great opportunity to do some drawer bases there. And then on the back, just like the galley island, you have those full height doors, except here, this is a full 24-inch deep cabinet, not just a 12-inch deep cabinet.
So you can do rollout trays in this back part of the gathering island. And you might want to because they're 24 inches deep. So getting things underneath the overhang, easily accessing those things might be better if they're rolling out to you rather than you having to like crouch and dig.
Yes, yeah.
So this island is really good for those square kitchens where maybe you have cabinetry on one side, very similar to the Essington, which is why we offer it there. And then you're easily going to be able to fit 4 stools around this island, 5 if you're eating pasta. So this is one of our like workhorse islands. I think the countertop gives you a lot of like prep space if you really want to do a lot of like food prep or lay out food for a gathering. Well, it's called the Gathering Island. So yeah, it's going to be a really good workhorse island.
Couple other island things we could talk about. So normally when you add the island, the end panels and the back, as long as there aren't cabinets on the back, they are going to be like a solid panel without any real detailing. It's going to be whatever color you pick for the cabinets of the island. So it's that same color, wraps the whole way around. We see a lot of people still doing the accent island thing. It's very popular. We have it here in the studio, mostly just to show off more colors installed. But I think that's inspiring for people for their new home when they can see it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's something that's not going to go away anytime soon, to have a little bit of a different color on the island. Sometimes we're seeing people do a stain on the island with painted perimeters. So you get a little bit more of like that natural feeling in the kitchen with having a wood tone on the island. One of the options that is not for everybody, but is very particular to a certain style would be the beadboard option that we offer for the sides and the rear of the island. So sides and rear for prep and breakfast islands, just the sides for your galley and gathering island, because you'll have those nice cabinets on the back of that. But it gives you kind of that more like cottage or furniture look. And it also includes a baseboard, which will elevate the look of the island to make it feel a little bit more like a furniture piece.
You could also do the baseboard detail by itself.
Yes, if you want just a little bit of an elevated look, but maybe that beadboard is not your personal style, you can still elevate the look of the island with just the baseboard.
And then kind of the highest end option would be the door slab option, where we kind of dress that up and make it look like additional cabinetry, but they're just kind of like false door fronts, really making it look like a built-in piece of furniture.
Yeah, those door slabs are a really cool feature to add. Definitely makes it feel more like bespoke, a little bit more custom. But one thing that you can do also with those baseboards
Door slabs?
Yes, with the door slabs on the island, you can also add those to wall cabinets, other base cabinets, tall pantry cabinets, if you really want to have that like fully custom type of look. Now you'll be paying for it, but it's definitely going to give like an elevated look to those ends of your cabinets that maybe otherwise would just be like overlooked.
Yeah, we do see a lot of people like wanting to focus their time and detail in the kitchen, their investment dollars. Like, and I think we can really achieve a very like custom look for your kitchen by just some of these like designer details.
Yeah,
that really elevate the style.
Absolutely. Another cool thing about the island being optioned separately from the perimeter cabinets is, again, with those accent islands, you can do some more fun colors too. Like we have some bright blues, some deeper blues to really kind of change up the way that that island feels.
We do offer the option to do an accent countertop for your island. We aren't seeing that done quite as much as accent cabinetry. The only kind of design no-no I like to guide people away from is doing something different for both. If you want an accent, I always try to guide people to picking, let's make the accent either the counter or the island. Otherwise, it's going to feel maybe like really busy.
Yeah, it could feel more disjointed than what you were kind of going for. Like if you're going for a focal point, having it be a different color and a different countertop than your perimeter could get a little bit lost. It could feel like out of place because it doesn't have anything tying it back to the perimeter. Awesome. Happy island hunting.
Yes. Yeah. We hope you found this helpful as you shop for your new EG home and consider your cabinet layout and design.
Yeah, absolutely. And head to our website, get looking at the catalog. We have all of our options in there. So really good to start kind of dreaming about your new home and come to an open house, sit around our islands, gather with us. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Take care.